All right, guys, we're going to jump into the periodic table now because we talked about the atom and how we do isotopic symbols. This is the periodic table, which you should have. You're going to need it. It's a very, very useful tool. All right. So the periodic table, when we look at it, it's a tool. All right. This is a powerful tool. All right. And that's what you should be using. It's like a Swiss Army knife for the atom. All right. It tells a lot of different information. All right. So lots of info. Okay. So now we have that down. Lots of info. Cool. And what we need to understand this is like elements, the way they're grouped. All right. So elements are grouped by chemical properties. Grouped by there we go. Properties. Chemical properties. There we go. So that's how elements are going to be arranged on the periodic table. All right. Now, as far as classifications go, there's different ways of classifying. All right. So we're going to start by talking about periods and groups. Groups, these are columns. All right. Groups are columns. Periods, these are rows. All right. So when we look on the periodic table, all right, hold on, let me see if I get this right. There we go. There should be, it's this side. There are 7 rows, okay, or 7 periods, and there are 18 groups. All right, so there's 18 groups across. We have that. Some of those groups have specific names. All right, I'll write these in black here. Group 1, these are the alkali metals. Group 2, these are alkaline. We'll go over specifically what's going on with them. Number 17, these are called the halogens. Halogens, there we go. And number 18, these are the noble gases. Noble gases are going to be super important. Oops, there's an E there, noble gases. That's going to really bother me. So there we go. Then we can talk about types, all right? There are types of elements. And in this case, it's going to be a little strange, but we have things that are called metals, all right? These tend to be on the left-hand side, and metals are good conductors. They like conduct electricity and heat really well. And these are on the left side of the periodic table. Frankly, most of the periodic table is metals. All right. So that's, most of it is that. So nonmetals are poor conductors. All right. Conductors. There we are. And these tend to be on the right. In class, we'll talk more specifically about where. Now, metalloids these are the fewest. All right. They're also called semimetals. These are temp and pressure and other things dependent. So they can be good conductors under certain conditions and poor conductors under other conditions, or they're called semiconductors. And that's what a lot of computers have. They have silicon in them. That's a metalloid. And then lastly, we have this area. There are 2 areas, all right? There's the main group. I'm going to kind of back up here. The main group elements are, if we come over here, it's groups 1 and 2. And then if I jump over here, it's groups 13 through 18. Those are the main group. The transition groups are these ones in here, all right? We're going to get to why later. So we have our main group and our transition group, and we'll talk about more of talk about those properties in class.